Hello, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to this PrepSTEP webinar. I am Catherine Rolfus, and I'm the Director of Library Services here at SLCC. And I am recording this from the SLCC DeVal Court Library. I'm in my office actually right now, but most of you, I would imagine, are doing this from home. So I welcome you to PrepSTEP. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. I'm going to tell you what PrepSTEP is. I'm going to show you how to access it, and then I'll show you the different things that you can do with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and let's talk a little bit about what PrepSTEP is. PrepSTEP is a database that contains all kinds of different tests. It's got a practice test for the TEAS test, for paramedic, for the NCLEX, and it also has practice tests and study materials for other subjects such as math and English. So it's a really, really handy database to use, and it's absolutely free to SLCC students. So the way to get into it is to go to our website and pull up the web browser. And once you're at the homepage of the school, go ahead and click on Library. And you will see here in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a list of all of our popular databases. So what you will want to do is you will want to click on PrepSTEP. But before I do that, I need to explain something. Since I am on campus, I will be able to get into PrepSTEP directly without having to authenticate. Since most of you are off campus, when you press PrepSTEP, you will have to authenticate into the databases. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you will have to log in using your student ID number and your birth date. And what I suggest that you do is try to do this at some point after this session is over. And if you can't get into PrepSTEP, give me a call or give the library a call, and we'll be glad to step you through it. So since I'm on campus, when I click on PrepSTEP, I should be able to get right into it. And it'll take a couple of seconds for it to load. And this is the home page. First thing you'll notice is it says South Louisiana Community College Library. Great, that means you're in the right place. But you'll also see that it says here, EBSCO Learning Express on the right-hand side. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I thought this was PrepSTEP. It is. It used to be called Learning Express. That was what we called it before EBSCO, the vendor, decided to change the name. So when you hear us talk about Learning Express, please know that it's synonymous with PrepSTEP. And you can see it says PrepSTEP here. Now, I don't know why EBSCO continues with their old naming convention. I don't know why. I think it's a little bit confusing. But just know that those two databases are the same thing. Okay, so a brief little introduction to this screen is you can see that there are several different, what we call centers for different things for math, for English, for basic computer skills, for college success, for all kinds of different areas. But before we even go searching for a test, the first thing that we'll want to do is we'll need to register. So you'll click on Register. And since you're a new user, you'll click on Register. And you'll complete this form. This is just a basic internet account form. This doesn't have anything to do with Lola, with your student ID number. You'll set this up just like you would any other internet account. You can give it your personal email and you can give it your own password. But I would strongly suggest that you do this first thing before you start to use PrepSTEP. Okay, so once you've completed this, you'll click on Register. Now, since I'm already registered, I'm going to click on Login. And I'll type in my login information. and I'll press login. Oops, wrong password. All right, so now you'll see the title has changed to My Center. And whenever you use a test or some other practice material, it will put it here into My Center. All right, let's make up an example. Say, for example, I'm a pre-nursing student and I am studying very hard for the TEAS test. That's the entrance exam to nursing school. And I'm all ready. I think I've studied a lot, but I want to take some practice tests. How do I go about doing that? Well, first of all, I've already created my account and I've logged in to My Center. And the next thing that I want to do is just to click up here on this search bar and type in TEAS. Now, you can type in whatever you like. You can type in English, math, paramedic, EMTP. And it'll pull you up with all the different practice tests and study aids. Let me stop here for a minute. You'll see right under the search box, it'll have all the different types of study materials that are here within this TEAS topic. Flashcards, articles, ebooks, tutorials. If you don't want all of that, you can simply unclick these. And so I'm left with tests, and that'll make it a little bit easier for me. Because remember, I have already studied for the TEAS test. I really, at this point, don't need any flashcards, or I don't need any tutorials. I want to take a practice test. I want to see how I do. Okay, great. First thing up here is the math practice test. And to start it, you simply start the test. Before you start the test, it goes into the test landing page. So this is a good time to stop and to kind of catch your breath and to read through what this test is all about. It explains about the test and how to take the test. And what I think is important here is this box on the right-hand side. It gives you the total number of questions and the test time, 54 minutes. I always like to know how much time I'm working with and how many questions I've got. That way I can pace myself. And you can also choose your test mode, simulation. You can actually, if you click that, you can set a timer. Well, actually the timer will be set for you, 54 minutes. It'll be under exact test taking circumstances. You'll have 54 minutes. And when the test is up, it'll stop. Or you could take it as a learner. For example, if I haven't studied and I just want to see what some of the questions look like, I could click on Learner. And I could also click on Practice. This is the appropriate mode for me because I've already studied for it and I'm ready to start taking practice tests. So you have your choice of which mode you would like to take it. I want to take it in practice mode. So I'm going to start taking the test. Okay. So this demonstrates my knowledge. You can see here the counter has already started. I like that. There's a clock front and center, a stopwatch. Now for those of you in pre-nursing, please don't laugh at the answers I'm going to give because I'm just guessing. Okay. I'm going to check that and go to the next question. Of course, in real life, I would be working these out on a scratch sheet of paper. Okay, I've answered 3 questions. But let's say I'm at home and I'm trying to take this test at home, but I've got kids who are also doing their homework in the background. And suppose one of them calls and says, "Hey, Mom, I have a question with my homework." Well, I could say, "Keep it down. I'm trying to work on my test." Or the good thing is you can finish it later. So you go ahead and you click Finish It Later and then save it. And you can see that it has shown up in the My Center in the testing area, and it's in progress. And back to My Center, it shows you that this is in progress, and I have not started anything else. Okay, well, today I've shown you, we've talked about PrepSTEP, we've talked about what it is, and we've seen how to log into it, and I've also shown you how to use it. So I hope you will take the information from this session and really use PrepSTEP, because I think it can help you, not just in certification exams, but also in math and English and other courses. So if you have any questions after this session, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. You can visit me at the library. I'm in room 125, or you can email me, or you can call me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your attention, and I hope to see you soon.